shit, we really dumped. Morning, afternoon. Okay, that sounds good. Hell of a dump off the open, off of previous day's value. Look at that 3 tap off the previous day's value area high. God damn. Overnight value levels have just been bitch slapped since the open, but yeah, over previous day value area high. Very nice reaction there. When was news? 8:30. Oh yeah, look at that, right on PPI. That is weird. Why does 7:40 look like it was the news and 8:30 was just like a little wick up? What's going on? We do have 10 a.m. news today. We have 10 a.m. Medium news. What is it? It's Richmond. I'm pretty sure Richmond manufacturing. Yeah, Richmond manufacturing index and pending home sales. Two medium news boys at 10. So, I mean, I've got to wait till 10 anyway, really, because there's no real overlapping value levels here apart from previous days, point of control and overnight value area high, which I don't really like, to be honest. But yesterday after the stream, that previous week's value area high, look how clean this reaction was yesterday. So we got along here. We entered on like 10.08, I think, or 10.11. I think we entered on 10.11. Got a little one-to-one trade, then got stopped at break even, and then it ran up to the runner target. And then it broke through previous week's value area high pretty well and made a high volume node over here. This is the node that it made. Let me get my brush. This is the node that we made over previous week's value area high. And it literally came down to it to the tick. I mean, it's not really like to the tick kind of thing. I mean, it is, but that's to the tick for the previous week's value area high that I have. You could have just as easily put it a tick or a tick either way when you put it on the chart, but I try and get them as close as I can, and that's where I got mine. And it literally dropped to that perfectly over the lunch hour, and then rallied into the PM or into the early PM, and then it just kind of consolidated. And now we're all the way back down there. Oh, we broke through it. Interesting. Breaking away from all the value levels pretty much within the first 18 minutes of the open. My back is absolutely killing me today. I trained my back at the gym yesterday and I tried something slightly different, and oh my god. The left part of my upper back is just constantly sore. Feels like I've slept on it funny. But I've not just slept on it funny because it was hurting when I went to sleep last night. It's not really hurting. It's not like a shooting pain, I guess. It's more just feels like it's been pulled or something. I don't know. It's like an aching pain, which is the most annoying type of pain because it's just kind of constant and there. And I literally have been moving my shoulder around all day trying to get it to click or something so it just stops hurting. But not been successful. Wonder if I sit on my chair like this. I was literally lying down on this hard floor before, trying to see if it would help it. I don't know. Can't seem to get it to do anything. Butt hurt. I'm also incredibly thirsty in this afternoon, so I'm probably gonna have to go for about 10 piss breaks during this stream, which looks like I'll get away with since we're just kind of literally bolting off in one direction. 8 minutes till news. 8.5. I kind of do want music on today, but I don't have my headphones with me. How bad does it sound if I just play... I can't like play... Let's... Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, I have to do that though. Okay, give me a second here. Let's get some of the old music that I used to play out. I'll still have the playlist somewhere. There's only so long I can sit in silence. Where's my chat gone? Oh, it's there. Where's the playlist at? Also, I'm at 699 subs. I would love if I could hit 700 today, so... Sub. I always get excited whenever I hit like a milestone like that. I know 700 subs isn't exactly a big milestone. For me it is, alright? For me it is. Where the fuck's my music at? Oh, it's here. I don't know how well this is going to sound, because... Let me listen back to that on stream and see how that sounds. For me it is, alright? For me it is. Where the fuck's I'm going to have to mute. Okay, it sounds good, I think. I'll just turn it down a bit because it is a bit loud. Let me listen to that. This is going to be weird because I'm not listening to the stream while streaming. Okay, it sounds good, I think. I'll just turn it down because it is a bit loud. Let me listen to that. This is going to be weird because I'm not listening to the stream while streaming. Okay, it sounds good, I think. Oh, we're going to have like an infinite loop here. Let me just turn it off, there we go. It sounded fine. And if it doesn't sound fine, just let me know. Back up into the range. Oh, my fucking back, honestly. Oh, that 15-minute chart. My Trade of 8 screen is a 15-minute chart for some reason. I think that's just because it was making it easier to get the entries where I wanted them. But look at that 15-minute wick. Damn. From like a volume perspective, that really just kind of says to me, tried to get below the previous day's value area low and couldn't hold below it, so. The auction has not accepted discount prices so far. At least of the previous day's range. It's potentially going to accept lower prices in relation to the more recent session, the overnight session. Fair value between the regular trading hours session and the overnight session, fair value shifted slightly lower. And we are actually now right on fair value. The current session is agreed with the overnight session as far as fair value, but that's probably going to shift if we come back down here at all, or even just stay here. As far as trade ideas at the minute, we have two nodes building on either side of previous week's value area high, one here and one here, which are going to be areas that I'm looking to short from. I think I would prefer this one, just because if we come down here and break lower here, I don't really like entering on a node that's like in front of a value level, because I'm typically entering like right on the value level. So I want really the node to be behind me. Not... It makes no sense for me to like frame it based off this node and then enter here. If I was framing it off that node, I still could, but I would be entering like down here. Short. And the trade would look something like, say 7 points. Yeah, see, it's not really even a 1-to-1. I probably would just want the upper node as my entry if I was going to short. Cody! What's the volume profile saying for an AM session direction? Hard to say, Cody, today. Hard to say. Because fair value is shifted slightly lower overnight. This will tell a lot, hopefully, where we if we accept discount in the overnight session. But fair value still isn't shifted. I would be leaning lower, Cody, but bear in mind, volume profile doesn't really give me like a direction for the session. More so just gives me direction for like a small move, because that's all I need. Well, let's look at like what was the overnight profile look like. See, the overnight profile was a pretty even distribution, so honestly, just kind of that's a consolidation profile right there. So we get news in 1 minute though, so anything can happen really. But yeah, the volume profile doesn't really help me predict a pure direction, like having a bias for a session like ICT would, Cody. It's more just kind of like, oh, if it gets up here, then I'm going to be wanting to long, and if it's down here, I'm going to be wanting to short. I don't really... Some days, obviously, through like my kind of discretion, I can kind of lean towards a side. Today, I'm not really leaning towards either. I will happily long or short this today. Based off what it wants to do. Let's see if it's we have an overlapping session POC, current session POC and overnight POC, and there's a whole lot of value levels in this area. So we'll see what it wants to do here. But yeah, I would be looking to long on ES like anywhere above. Honestly, probably anywhere above the 720s. And to short, I'd be looking anywhere like below the 710s really. So the like between 720 and 710 right here. This is like no man's land. And then below this, I'm gonna short, and above this, I'm gonna long. As a rough idea. We seem to have accepted that overnight point of control, or at least defending it, which is also that current session point of control. We just had the news release, which didn't do much. So if this wants to accept this as fair value and shift lower, then I can look for... I kind of do want to see it break below this node, really. Like, this is going to be my node to short from, I think. And that would look something like this. Break below that node. I'd get short on previous week's value area high. I could short if it did something like this, but that's a little bit aggressive. Just because that is pretty close to these two POCs. So I want to see a pretty confident move away from two POCs, and like the third isn't far behind. to establish a confident direction on the day. Well, not the day, but the session, I guess. Pretty solid reaction there off the OPOC. The OPOC CS POC. Okay. I am going to get ready to short from previous week's value area high once we get a nice confident break below it. And we're going to have to probably go for like a 10-point stop here, to be honest. So give me this juicy break, and then I'll get this. My back is so sore. I want to see it really like just kind of break through this node here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Break through this node. So like down here. And then that's my time to short. It just poked below it. I need to see it confidently break through it. Because I don't want to short this if this node that we're in is going to act as support. So I want to see us break that node quite confidently. That'll do. Okay, limit order going in at 700.25. Oh shit, need 2 micros, not 1. Stop at 710.25. And yeah. So that trade at the moment is looking, well, exactly like it is on my screen. And then if this does break below previous day's value area low, then I will short from previous day's value area low. That's a little bit of a hefty short, to be honest, but that would look something like that. But for me to be entering there, we would need to break like all the way down here. Oh, am I gonna get filled? Order filled. Okay. 6-9. Let's see if we can get this. Or if we get blown. What's the ATR now? 7.5. Okay. Did POC just try and shift? Something tried to shift, but didn't. Oh, break even. We'll go break even at 91. What's that, like 6 minutes into my 6 minutes into my like usual time where I'm trading, which is 10 a.m. usual start time for my trading. 6 minutes in, we've got a trade. I think like what? It was like 11 minutes in yesterday we got a trade. Really no messing about. Ooh, come on. Come get my stop. Pussy. Yeah, that's gonna get me surely, right? Yeah, that got me. Stop filled. Didn't do the sound though. Weird. Back up to overnight value area low, actually. We'll see if that was... actually, no, I kind of did say that's a bit too close to the POC for me to want to short there. Still, we'll try another short. When I see it. So we got... Let's put that there. We got smacked within, what, like 2-3 minutes there? So that was short numero uno. This will be, if I don't take another trade, this will be third losing day of the month, like right at the end of the month, pretty much last week of the month, and only the third losing day of the month, so not too bad. Be interesting to see if we break above overnight point of control now. We accepted fair value here. Which, by accepted, I don't mean like that's now never going to get broken. I just mean that we came up to it and clearly rejected from it. That's all I mean by accepted. Oh. Doodaloo, doodaloo. I am only allowing myself 2 trades in a day. Or, well, like a session, I guess. So we get one more. It is really nice being so immediately right or wrong with volume profile compared to the 2022 model. Like, I was fairly... I don't know, I say that, but sometimes I really wasn't. Sometimes trades would take way too long. Like, hours, the 2022 model. Whereas I don't know what my longest trade with volume profile is yet. POC is trying to shift a bit lower there. Where it's kind of just that one big node, though, so it could be anywhere in there. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know what my longest trade has been with volume profile, but I can't imagine it's been longer than like 5 to 10 minutes. Let me load up my trades and see if it'll tell me. Trade time. Oh no, I have had a fair few actually that have been like 10 minutes. Trade duration. That can't be right, surely. That says I've had a trade that was 34 minutes long, but there's no chance I had a trade that was 34 minutes long. And one that was 32 minutes. Nah, that can't be right. I would remember that trade, and I don't. Most of them seem to be like, what, anywhere between 2 minutes and 15 minutes. That even still seems long. Oh, to be fair, some of these ones where it's like that's me catching like a runner. Oh, okay, so we accepted fair value up there again. Do I try the same short from previous week's value area high? I kind of want to see it break previous day's value area low now, so I can be really confident. The weekly levels seem to be a bit hit and miss, if I'm being honest. I've seen the weekly levels be like really clean, but then I don't know, they sometimes just ain't it. But I suppose it doesn't really matter if you have, because as long as you have something from the current session. Obviously, that wasn't strictly slapped bang over it, but it was close proximity to it, this node, which I was trading off. And my stop was just behind it, so perfectly valid B trade. B rated trade. It'd be nice if it would break previous day's value area low, because then I'd probably be able to get an A-rated trade with the current session value area low being like somewhere in this area, and then hopefully get some sort of a node over here would be nice. We have this node, but that's kind of in between them. But this is also why I was saying about I like the idea going forward of taking my first trade of the day. It's strictly a 1-to-1, not trying to hold a runner, because from what I've seen so far, the runners just don't really seem to work out as often as I would like for it to be worth me doing them more. Whereas it would be worth me doing them maybe if I if I had already banked some profit on the day from a 1-to-1. Kind of building up a pretty big block of volume across this entire range. It drops off at really either side. Oh wait, there's someone just rang my doorbell. Holy shit, boys. We just hit 700 subs. Let's fucking go. Fuck yeah. Da, 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 da. That's a nice dopamine hit. Even though I lost the trade, I hit 700 subs. Wow, that is one of them big ass volume node. If there wasn't the overnight point of control and previous days point of control at the upper end of that, I would absolutely short the upper end of that with the overnight value area high, current session value area high, and a partially D-shaped profile, because this is pretty D-shaped. Pretty fat. So, like, a short from up here would be pretty sweet, but I don't really feel like that's a solid entry just because we have two point of controls up here from previous sessions which are going to act as consolidation magnets. That previous week's value area high short is not looking as good, which I'm kind of glad because I didn't really want to short from there again. But yeah, that's not looking as good now if it breaks previous week's value area high. Because like there is no real like ledge of volume to put my stop safely behind. I would have to just use like a generic however many point stop. Normally what I do is like 2 times whatever the ATR is. So that'd be like a 14, 15 point stop. Which would look something like that. Which I, yeah, don't want to be trading that big of a stop loss, really. If I had the ATR, what was the ATR for this one? It was about same. So if I did 15 points, yeah. Thought so. I only do the ATR thing if there's not like a... Well, it gives me an idea, But if I see like a node where I can put my stuff behind the node and I'm comfortable to do that, and then I'll do that instead. POC is like ever so slightly shifted lower, like from ledge to ledge, but this is just one big fat node, so unless we break below POC now and then. Yeah, I'm gonna need a previous day's value error, low break and retest, to be honest. And then I will I'll hit a 12 11. Let's think about this. It's gonna have to be 1 micro, because 10 puts me like kind of in the upper portion of it, which isn't bad, but it's not ideal. Ideally I want to be like up here with my stop. I mean, I'll do a 12-point stop, 12 to 12. That's the trade I'm looking for next. Do something, yes, you're boring me now. You are boring the fuck out of me. Oh, I don't like this song, I remember this one. What I'm going to do after this stream, I'm going to find some new music to add to this audio library. If it would let me search, then come on. Oh, there we go. Is this gonna make me sit here for the whole, like, next hour, just fucking staring at candles going sideways? Because I'll do it. Make no fucking mistake, yes, I'll do it. Or is it gonna tempt me with this short? Because the short from there does look juicy. That node worries me, actually. If I was to short there. Tricky day, to be honest. At least from my point of view. That could be a decent trade, to be honest. It is just these previous days' point of controls. Like, they are so tradable, but I just don't like trading them. We'll tape read that, see if that trade would have panned out or not. Because, yeah. Not feeling that trade, to be honest. But it is a trade, it is valid. I'm just not feeling it. And how long once it breaks above like new highs of day. Yeah, see, look at that. Current session just shifted. Current session value area high just shifted up to that higher node. So I don't think that trade's gonna pan out. I'd definitely be worried if I was in it, let's just say that. I'd either expect this to pop up or just kind of mope around and consolidate around those 2 point of control levels. Why is my chair not like all the way up? There we go. Doom 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 doom. Let's get rid of that short down there because we're nowhere near that anymore, so that's not really anything of note. I would instead be looking to long this bitch after previous day's value area high gets broken, because we have a nice node below it, so that short, that long would look something like, let's put it here. It would look something like that. We'd go for a 10 point stop stop maybe in ATR, lowering slightly. I would be happy with a 9.5 point stop, to tell you the truth. Maybe just target 10 points. Oh, you'd just about still be alive in that short. Would have got like a point away from you. See if it dumps back into the range now. I just realised this isn't even on my favourites. This can get favoured. I accidentally started playing random music. Oh, it's all the... I see, these ones are just like... I've just played them too much. Because these are the ones I used to always play. Oof. Feel forever was in this short. If anyone. I'm going to go ahead and delete it because I want to be focusing more on when it does this break. You know, Oh, that short probably would have played out actually. What was that? Can I just back arrow and get it back? Oh no, I thought it was the entry was way higher. It's not. It's right there. So that would be like just coming back into profit now. Is Nasdaq being any more fun than he yesterday? Oh, Jesus. Not really. More or less the same. My thoughts here are kind of mixed, to be honest. Because I could... Well, I want to wait for the long, but it's whether the long happens. And my other option is kind of... so waiting to see what it does at previous test value area high. If we break, great. I long with this node behind me. If we fail... Sorry, let me draw this separately. If we fail, then I would... I could wait for it to get back below this node. So, like, down here. Wait for it to get below there. If we fail at the previous test value area high, and then get in short there. But again, like, these point of controls around here are just doing my fucking nothing. And to short here, I'm going to have to be shorting through this big node. So, like, I really don't want to be doing that, to be honest. I would rather long this. Do what you please, ES. I'm at your mercy. But it's just consolidating around those point of controls, like I said it would. I said it was either going to pop up or consolidate around these two previous session point of controls, and that's exactly what it's doing. Lorenzo in motion. Why are you spamming dub in my chat? Have a good session. Appreciate it, you too. I don't know why you're spamming dub in my chat, but appreciate it, I guess. Maybe you had a dub? I sure didn't. Not yet, anyway. This was on before. Oh, dub for me to be streaming. Okay, appreciate it. Ah, shit, I just opened something I didn't mean to. Oh, there we go. Dub, good work, bro. Appreciate it, JC. Appreciate it. Come on, give us a value area high break. I'll just consolidate more around these pointer controls, whatever you fucking want to do. Oh, what have I just done? Oh. Oh, how the fuck did I do that? Oh well. Whenever price is just boring, I'm literally just playing around with stuff on my other monitor. Back is literally, it's not stopped aching this entire fucking day. It's been so annoying. I'm actually gonna take like a painkiller later because it's not even like that painful, it's just annoying. I just want it to go. We're almost gonna shift POC higher here at this point. We're consolidating that much. Which I kind of don't mind, because if we can break previous day's value area high, and shift POC higher, that's a good sign for the bulls. If we can hold above POC, obviously. See if it's going to break here. There's a little snap through. Come on, show us some aggression. Okay, the long is going to look something like this. We'll just go for a 10 to 10 again. I want to see a little bit more of a break though, not just one candle. Be great if current session value area high can shift a little bit higher as well, because that will make this a solid A setup. I think it just shifted a little bit. I didn't quite see that. Not sure. Or maybe current session value area low shifted a bit. Anyway, that's a decent enough break for me to go ahead and long that. Limit order going in. Stop going in. Let's see if we can get filled on that. I am going to hold a runner on this, to be honest. I am going to hold a runner. Just because I like expansion here. Okay, now we wait. This will be the last trade of the day, either way, win or loss. If it's a loss, it's my max daily loss on it gets hit, and if it's a win, I'm probably not going to get any more trades in the next 40 minutes. We'll see. Do you know one thing I forgot to do? I was going to log into my TradeAvate so you could see the open position on the chart instead of just the DOM above me, but oops. It's a bit too late now because I have to go get my password from the site. I'll make sure I have it for tomorrow's stream. Are we getting filled here? Got maybe 2.5 points away from our fill. Almost. Even closer. Even closer. Ooh, that literally... There we go, filled. Okay, wish me luck, boys. Second trade of the day. Will it dub or will it get smacked? A-rated setup, I would say. Previous day's value area high, current session value area high, high volume node. Stop behind the node. Yeah, I'm happy with this trade either way. Let me move this across because it just gets in the way. I just like that to see my my numbers of like where my position is and all shit like that. Break even will be at 39.50. 39.50? Yeah. Yeah, so we have this node. Let me make that like my old fair value gap. I just need to get rid of the midpoint of it. We have this big ass node that I'm entering on. Let's make that. Let's make it black. Nah, black on black. Don't look right. Let's just get rid of it. You guys can see the node. You guys can see the node. The node that is currently getting sliced through. Maybe I'm gonna have a max loss day. First one of the month, I think. Point of control shifted higher. That's a bullish sign if we can hold above it. I just noticed that. I think that just shifted. Makes sense if it did. It's right on the... It's teetering on the edge of my start. Woo! Still alive. Oh. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, got me. Well, that was a big ol' losing day. Not much to be said there. I was happy with that trade. The first trade, it was a little messy compared to like my usual trades, but still valid. That trade was absolutely valid. Just clearly trying to... I was clearly trying to trace a directional day, and we didn't have it. At least not yet. We had a pretty consolidation day, so... Even still, I can't really see any opportunities to fade breakouts there either, so... Because it kind of overshot the value levels, didn't exactly fade right off of them. See if that pops straight back up after just ticking me out. Yeah, that's a first max. Let me just check. Is it the first max loss day of the month? I think it is. If it's either the first one or the second one. Second one. Third losing day of the month. Second max loss day of the month. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there since that's me done for the day, right? 2 trades. 2 trades, 2 losses means done for the day. Hands off the mouse. So yeah, I hope you boys enjoyed. We'll still be back here tomorrow. Thursday won't be here though because Thanksgiving. But we hit 700 subs, so I might have taken 2 losses on the stream, but the YouTube channel took a humongous dub. So yeah. We will go again tomorrow with the old volume profile. And I am going to go and review those trades. Yeah, catch you boys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed.